Today, we're going to be going over all the different stats for the SMGs in the Battle Royale game, Apex Legends. Let's talk about gun rolls. First up is the R99. It has an extremely high damage output accompanied by a high recoil. Its range is fairly close, so maybe keep an AR or a sniper handy. Next up is the Alternator. Unlike the R99, the Alternator has a much slower and more steady damage output, which makes it far more accurate. Once again, this is a close range weapon. The most interesting of the three is definitely the Prowler, however. With the burst fire, the Prowler is a mediocre SMG at best, but it completely transforms with the use of the select fire hop-up into one of the deadliest guns in Kings Canyon. Now we can move on to the stats. Taking a look at the R99, it deals 12 damage to the body and 18 damage to the head, whereas the Alternator deals 13 damage to the body and 19 damage to the head. A little bit of a spike up. The Prowler, however, deals 14 damage to the body and a whopping 21 damage to the head. If we move over to fire rate, we can see that the R99 fires one bullet every 0.016 seconds. However, the Alternator fires one bullet every 0.028 seconds. This is almost double the time. Lastly, we have the Prowler with a surprising 0.012 seconds per bullet, although keep in mind that this is only burst fire. If we go to reload times, we can see that the R99 reloads at 2.8 seconds. The Alternator reloads at 2 seconds flat. The Prowler also reloads at 2.8 seconds. If we go over to magazine sizes, the R99 is coming in average at 18 bullets. The Alternator a bit low at 16 bullets, and the Prowler finishing first with 20 bullets. Now the Prowler, in almost everything except for reload times, seem to have finished first. However, if we go down to the DPS, it actually doesn't stack up how you'd think. The R99 comes in at 216 damage per second. The Alternator falls really short at 104 damage per second, and the Prowler sits comfortably in the middle at 140 damage per second. Now, if you don't like burst fire, that's good, because there's a hop-up like we mentioned earlier. And if you manage to find this unique item for the Prowler, it gives you the ability to switch your firing mode to automatic, significantly raising the DPS output. Now, I want to talk about map usability. These guns are going to be better utilized indoors or where there's a lot of terrain to take cover behind. The pit, Skulltown, Market, Bunker, or the Slum Lakes are terrific places to try. Now I'm going to give a rating for each weapon based on the stats I previously showed. I decided to give the R99 an 8. This is because it's got a great rate of fire along with a total burst damage. It also runs through bullets extremely fast, which is why it's not rated higher. With the Alternator, however, I ranked it at a lower 5.5. While it does have notable accuracy, it also suffers from a very low rate of fire and overall damage output. And finally, I felt the Prowler deserved a 7. While it is a fairly mediocre SMG, it can be one of the best weapons in the game with the addition of the select fire hop-up, which is not incredibly difficult to find.